Get this thing going. How y'all doing today? Oh, y'all called me on a good day today. Oh, yes, you did. Microphone check. Everybody hear me? We gonna get this thing up and popping. We
Come
good?
on, preacher. Preach.
Coming in strong, baby. Let's go. Let's get it. Here we go. We got to find out how we gonna create some real estate millionaires, baby. Today, I'm giving you the backbone. I'm giving you the basics of what you need to know regarding the ARV and the MAO. All right. So let's just make this thing clear. These are two of the most important pieces of the wholesale game. I mean, it's for the retail game too, but especially for the wholesale game. So I'm very, very excited to be your teacher and leader today and lead you through this discussion of the ARV and the MAO. But I got to drop a raism on you, baby. We cannot get this thing started without understanding that there are some keys to this thing. Now, I know many people at time to time, they get frustrated with me. I'm hard on you. I drive you. And I said, Lila, you think they like me? And she said, they probably don't. I said, why they don't like? Because you hard on them. I said, well, they still keep coming and showing up. They must like me. She said, no, the only reason they're around here because you going to make them a millionaire. I said, oh, that's good enough for me, baby. Hang around. You just might catch something. But I need to talk to you a little bit about three things very important, and then we're going to get into our lesson today. Number one is you've got to remain positive. I don't care. The world is falling down. Everything is going wrong. Looks like everything you try, nothing happens, and you just want to go and just roll up in the fetal position. No. You've got to remain positive, baby. This is not for the weak. This is not for who runs fast, but for he who endures to the end, baby. You got to stay positive every day. And you got to be persistent. You cannot, oh, let me try it today. If it won't work today, maybe. No. You got to be consistent every day. Every day, you got to do what it takes in order to achieve your goals. You got to stay persistent. And you got to be patient, baby. Rome wasn't built in a day. It took me 20 years to get where I am today because I was patient. I did it little at a time. That's what it's going to take. So stay positive, stay persistent, be patient, baby. It's all going to happen in due time. Trust me. Our agenda today, we're going to figure the ARV and the MAO. That's all we're working on today. I'm going to answer all your questions around these two issues right here. These are the two cornerstones that you must master in the wholesale game. And the only reason, remember, I told you I'm teaching you the wholesale game is because most of you all don't have any money to put a down payment on the house to get started. I'm simply going to show you, here's one way, here's one avenue that you can use to get your capital up so you can start doing the buy and hold, do the bird strategy, which we'll get to way later. But today, we got to talk about the ARV and the MAO. So what's the ARV and why is it important, Mr. Ray? Well, the ARV is what we call the after repair value. That's the value of the property after it's been totally repaired and brought up to the highest standard that it can for that neighborhood. Again, it's been improved, it's been renovated, it's been fixed up. We talked about this last week. I'm just repeating. It's the appraised value. Whenever you have your home appraised, that's the after repair value, okay? And it's the market value after it's been repaired, and it's determined by the houses that are selling around your, what we call the subject property, what similar houses are selling for in that area, okay? Any questions on that before we go forward? You must understand what the ARV is. Any questions? All right. The ARV is pretty much a subjective. It's not something that you can just do one formula for and here's your ARV. No, the ARV is very subjective because different people can pick different houses for their comparables. It's all in the comparables that you select. You may see it one way, the buyer sees it another way. Of course, the appraiser is going to try to come in as low as they can, and the tax assessor, he's kind of in the middle. So who is right? They all could be right, but the one that makes the difference is this one right here. the appraiser that actually comes out and does the appraisal for you. That's going to be the final number whenever you purchase a property. So how do we pick the correct comps? This is key because the comps are going to determine the value of your subject property. It's very, very important that you pick the right comps. You got to bid. I told you, we discussed this. You got to get properties that have been sold recently, properties that are within a mile or two radius of the property that you're trying to get the ARV for. Make sure they got similar bed, bath, garage, all that stuff. You try to get as similar as you can, and make sure they are rehabilitated up to the level, the highest level that it can be rehabbed up to. All right, so it's got to look similar. That's what I'm trying to say before my tongue got tied. And they must mimic the subject property as much as possible. Any questions before we go on? Just got to have those parameters of what we're going to go through today, and I'm going to show you how to do an ARV for a property. We good? All right, keep going. Then the other thing we're going to do is the maximum allowable offer. So we're going to do the ARV first. So once we get the ARV, now we're going to do the MAO. So the ARV is really the LTV percentage. In this case, we're using 75% of the ARV, less the cost of repairs, less whatever wholesale fee that we're going to charge. That's what we're going to say is our maximum allowable offer that we can offer a seller on a property. Okay. So let's do a quick and dirty real quick. Let's assume we've run our comps and we come up with an ARV of $100,000 on a property. So we're going to take our 75%, which says now we're down to 75K. We know it needs 10,000 in repairs, and we want to make 10,000 on the assignment fee. So when we add it all up, this is what it should look like. 75K less 10K repairs less 10K fee means the maximum amount of money we can offer for that property is $55,000 in this example. Any questions? All right, y'all ain't got no questions tonight. Then homework's gonna be easy then. Let's get it, let's keep going. All right, so where are we going now, Mr. Ray? All right, we're gonna go out and we're actually going to do the ARV on my home. This is my property, 6716 Northwest 120th. So we're going to go out and we're going to figure the ARV for my house. All right. Here we go. All righty. So here's my house, and we're going to be using Redfin as our software, as our website to determine what the ARV is. So here's my property. It is a 4-bed, 2.5 bath, 2,900 square feet, right? And so that's the first thing we want to know. What are the dimensions? What's the location? What are the dimensions? That's very key, okay? Then we want to look at the pictures. We want to say, for instance, what's the condition of the property? So we want to look at the property, make sure the condition is up to the highest standard. When we bought this property, this is exactly how it looked. We bought the property in 2019. Did we, babe? Yeah, we did. I believe we did, yes. So you see, our comparables that we choose have to be comparable to this property, right? So we assume this property is a tip-top shape, and that's what properties we're going to be looking for, okay? So we got the dimensions. We know what the property looks like. Now we want to look at the area, because remember, the other thing is, not only do we not want to find properties that's similar, we want to find properties in the same area, okay? So let's do this. So one thing we want to do when we do our study, so here's the house. You want to stay within, if you can, 1 mile radius. So it'd be Northwest 122nd on the north, Hefner on the south. We got Rockwell over here on the west, and MacArthur Boulevard on the east. So when we look at our subject properties, we're going to stay in here. Okay. All right. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to go down and we're going to scroll down Redfin till you get to an area that says, so it says recommended for you, then it says some houses, similar houses, go past all that. And I want you to get to nearby recently sold homes. This is where we're going to be doing our focus at. And we're going to click right here on view more homes recently sold, okay? All right, so now we got all the homes that have sold in that, I believe it's that zip code. 73162 is my zip code. So we're saying these are all the homes that have been sold. But remember, we want to get down to just a smaller area, right? Let's see if we can get rid of this. So we're looking for 122nd, Hefner, Rockwell. So these are the properties that we're going to be picking from for our comparables. All right. Any questions so far? All right, so Mr. Ray, where do we start at right here? Now I know what area. I see all these homes in here. So what do we do? So first thing I want you to do, so we can assume that the house, let's go back to my house. So we can assume it's probably, Redfin is usually pretty close on their estimate. So first thing I want to do is set a minimum. Say for 250. I only want to see houses that are 250 or more because I really believe the house is worth at least this or more. Okay. So when I go over here to my prices, I want to put 250 as the minimum. There's a minimum and there's a max. As you see, now I got fewer houses that dropped off, but I didn't change the max. I just changed the minimum. If I change it to 175, see more houses show up. If I go and say no minimum, well, there's only one house that's outside of the minimum in there, okay? But I like to go ahead and just put a little floor on there, say, 250, especially if I got a lot of comps in the area. So these are all our comps. There's probably about 13 to 15 comps here. So where do we start? All right, so let's just go pick one comp. Let's see, this is for 340. Let's look at this one. So 340, this is a 3-bed, 2.5 bath, 2,700 square feet, sold in July. So this would not be a bad one to be a comp, okay? So I'm gonna go through all these. I'm gonna tell you which ones are the good comps and which ones are the bad comps. Here's one for 260 up here. This is a 4-bed, 2-bath. Remember the subject property was what? 4-bed, 2.5 bath, 2,900 square feet. This is 4-bed, 2-bath, 2,400 square feet. So the square footage is not really there. So I might not use that one for square footage's sake. Here's one right here for 290. It's a 5-bed and it's a little bit higher in square footage. So I might not even include that one. This one's 470. 3,200 square feet, a little bit bigger, and it doesn't have 4 baths. 4 bedrooms, right? So I want to look for some 4 beds, at least 2.5 baths. This one's for 288. It is a 4-bed, 3-bath. So this might be a good one. Okay, this is one that I would use, and one of the things you want to do is click on it to see what's the condition of the property. For instance, this one, we want to make sure, see, it's up to snuff, it's been updated, everything looks good, so it'd be comparable to my property, right? So this would be a nice property. This is a nice comparable. Again, because it's got 4-bed, 3 baths, and it's a little smaller than mine, but still could be a good comp. Okay. So let's keep rolling down here. This one's 290, 4-bed, 3.5 bath. Again, it's 290. So I'm looking for ones that are higher, but let's see what the 290 is. See here, this one, you can see it's kind of, it could be one too. This would be a good one. It's up to date. Yeah, it'd be a nice prop. 290, we could use this one too. All right, so the goal is to pick 3 or 4 good comps. All right, let's just go through a couple more of them here, see why we wouldn't use it. This one's 4 bed, 3.5 bath. It's in the radius, but you see it's 3,500 square feet, almost 400 square feet bigger than mine. Okay, so that may not be a good one. This one, 4 bed, 3 bath, but it's 200 square foot less. So you see the game I'm playing. All right, I'm just trying to find something that's close to the 6716. I want to be close here. So I've already done the work for you, and so I've shown you how I can pick them from here. So I just want to pick the top 4 and put them in my spreadsheet. All right. Before I go to spreadsheet, are there any questions about the houses that we looked at, or how you get to this screen, or whatever? Any questions?
I have a quick question, Mr. Ray.
Yeah.
So when you're looking at these houses, I can't remember if you touched on it, but like would nitty-gritty details such as like 2 floors versus 1 floor, or huge additions like a swimming pool, for instance, would you factor that or not?
Yes, because you want the house to be, if your subject house has a pool, you want to try to find comparables that have a pool. If your subject house, has 2 stories, you want to try to get 2 stories if you can. So yeah, those do come into play.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Who else got something? All righty. Well, then let's see what we got here. Let me go through and show you what I came up with on the ARV on this property, and then we can go back and take a look at it. So here's the comps I came up with. So and this spreadsheet, I'll share this spreadsheet with you for anybody that wants to have it, because it'll be good for you to see if I can zoom in a little bit. Is that better? Okay. So what this spreadsheet had, it has the property, the subject property, right? Is 120th, 4 bed, 2.5 bath, 2 car, and there's the square footage. Anything in green is what you put in. All right. These are fillable. If it's in yellow, then that means that's a formula. You don't touch that. All you do is, if you're going to use this spreadsheet, anybody going to use it, then all you do is fill in the green parts. Fill in all this information, the date bought and sold, the appraised, the assignment fee, the repairs, and then the calculator will do everything else. So in this particular case, I've come up with an ARV of 354 and a maximum allowable offer of 245. If I was going to wholesale my house, this is what I wanted to pay for it, because it only would need like 10,000 in repairs. I want to make 10,000, so I can only offer me 245 for my house. But the ARV is actually 354. So let's look at the properties that I chose. The first one was 6708 Northwest 118th. So you see it's a 3 bed, 2.5 bath, 2 car, pretty close to our square footage. So the price on that one was 340,000. And so the square foot is figured for you. This should be in yellow. Don't touch this. That'll be figured for you in the formula. There's a formula in there, you see. And then you put in that. So that's the first property. Let's look at that one real quick. 6708 Northwest 118th. 67, let's go back up here. What's Northwest 118th? In fact, let's just do this. There it is right here. I'm sorry, it's right here in front of me. Here it is. So here's one of my comps that I'm picking. This is a 340,000 3-bed. It's less bedrooms than mine. Same bath, pretty much same square footage. Let's look at the pictures. Pretty much up-to-date house. Okay, so this is a good comp. It's even got similar countertops and backsplash as mine does. Flooring is similar, lighting. So this is a good comp, so I'm going to use this comp. All right, so this one was 340, 3-bed, 2.5 bath, 2,700. Any questions on that one? Why I picked that one? All right, let's go back to the next one. So the next one is 6625 Northwest 111. It's a 4-bed, 3-bath, 2-car, 2,700 square feet. It sold for $372 in July the 12th. So these are all recent sales right here. Okay. So let me go back to, so that's 6625 for 372. So where is it at? 372 right here. 4-bed, 3-bath, 2,700 square feet. So within them, it's in the same mile radius. Let's look at the property. Yep. It's nice property, good wooden floors, cabinetry, countertops, similar to mine. Very nice property. Very well done. It's up to the top of the standards for houses in this area. Okay, so that's my second comp. Any questions on the second comp? All right, here's my, this one right here. I'm sure I got the wrong date. It's 12024 Dover. Let's find that one. 12024 Dover. So for 288. 288. See if oh, there it is right there. So this one actually sold July 16th. So I need to just change the date on it. But this is another one I chose. Is 4-bed, 3-bath, 2,600 square feet. Recently sold July. It's up-to-date property. Again, very nice property. Up to snuff. Nice cabinetry, nice countertops, granite counters. Beautiful woodwork. So this was my other comp that I'm going to use. This house sold, what did I say, July 7th? Let's go back and change that. 7/7/21. Okay. So all these have sold. This one was 7/2, I think. All these properties sold this month. So, I mean, so we're not talking about 60, 90 days out. We're talking about in the same month. And then the last one I've got is I picked 6652 Northwest 116th. That one's for 348. Let's find that one. 348. Hold on. Let's go back for a minute, make sure I got the right one. 6652 Northwest 116 for 348. 6652. Well, I don't see that one. Oh, there it is. I'm sorry. Right there. 348, 5-bed. Now, you said, well, Mr. Ray, that's 5-bed. Yeah, it is. And it's a little bit bigger, but that all adjusts whenever you do the average. So this 348 is going to be divided by that 2983, which is going to bring the average square footage down. Let's look at this one. Again, very, very good cabinetry, granite counter, ceramic tile, new stainless steel, everything. Nice bathroom, have the separate shower and tub. Very well done. Nice walk-in. You ladies are like that. Yeah, nice walk-in closet. Little study area is nice. Yeah, nice property. All right, so getting back to my sheet. So here's what those are the comps that I use. As you can see, pretty close in value here as far as square footage, beds, bath, all that good stuff. So here we go. 354 is what I'm estimating the value of my property is right now. If I were going to buy my property, wholesale it, I'll say it probably needs 10,000 repair. Just needs to be repainted. A few things may need to be done to it. I'll need a $10,000 assignment fee. Mr. Ray, I can only offer you $245 for your $354,000 property. All right, here we go, boys and girls. Let's go. Let's come with the questions now. Now it's time for the questions, because after this, I'm signing the homework. So get all your questions in right now. Right now. Come on now. Y'all scared. All right, I'll just go on to the homework if you ain't got no question.
I'll ask one other question, Mr. Ray, that I've been wondering.
Come on, Tom. You the only one. Come on, keep stepping up.
So when you had the map, because before you said like about like a 1 mile radius or so, but I noticed that you kind of kept, like when you had the Google map, you kind of kept within like kind of trapped in within like the major streets, and you never technically went over like the major streets, even if it would have been technically within 1 mile. I'm curious what your thought process was on that.
Because if you go outside of that, I mean, houses can change significantly when you get across a major thoroughfare, right? So let me give you an example. Let's see. Let's go in. Let's go back out a little bit. So let's say you get way over here. Let's say 3 miles out. For purposes of a good explanation, why you want to stay in this area is because that's what the appraiser is going to do. He's looking for houses in the closest proximity to this property. And the other thing he's looking for, again, you brought this up, he doesn't want to go outside of these major thoroughfares because these houses can change significantly, right? If you go, you can be driving down one side of Northwest 36, and you can get to a certain area, the whole neighborhood change. So the reason why we want to stay in that mile, because we want similar houses and we don't want to get outside of that. Hope that helps.
Thank you.
So Ray,
Yo.
if someone were to sell your home, buy your home, I guess for $245, that's what you can offer. And then looking at the ARV, you could turn that thing back around, make a pretty good profit, couldn't you?
Oh, if I was gonna sell my house?
Well, you said you was giving the example that you can only be offered $245
on a wholesale. If I was gonna buy my house, wholesale. Yes.
But you could still probably turn back around and sell it for more than that, could you not?
Exactly. I'm gonna sell it for the 345.
Yeah, 354.
Yeah, 354. Whatever we came up with on that's what I'm gonna sell it, and that's how I'm gonna make my money.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So you would offer the homeowner about $245, which is actually about $110,000 less,
Yes,
and turn back around and make profit.
of $100,000 or more.
Yeah. My.
That's the name of the game. You
Yeah.
just hit it. You just hit the nail on the head. Is why we do all of these calculations, is to maximize. Now, if somebody came and offered me $245,000, I'd laugh in their face.
Right.
But if I lost my job, if I only owed $245,000 on it,
Yeah, and you take it.
yeah, I mean, if I needed to get out of this house and the guy came and offered me $245 and I can walk away scot-free, I might take it.
Yeah.
And that's what wholesalers do. They find people that are in dire straits that need to sell the property for cash, and they come in and they save them.
Again, so this would kind of be based on wholesalers, because you would almost think, well, technically it's just a big ripoff, almost like a big cheat. But if they're desperate, like you said, then $245,000 smells real good, because it's going to save them the credit score, et cetera, and get this debt off of them.
And a lot of times, if they've owned that house for 20-something years, they're going to still make money. They may only owe $100,000 on the property.
Right.
They can still walk away with $145,000.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a good thing.
Yeah. What else? That's a good question, Robert. What else have y'all got for me? All right, y'all ready for the homework? All right. All right. Here we go, boys and girls. We are going to the homework. Go back here. All right, so here's the homework. You can write this down, or else you can just get it off the video later. If anybody wants this video, of course, you have to request it after we get off the call, right? So here's the property that we're going to do. This is a property that I'm currently am in the process of trying to wholesale. I actually have the seller on the line right now. She wants too much for it, but I've made her an offer. The house is going to go up for sale on the county, I believe, on August the 12th. So the closer it gets to August the 12th, she's going to be willing to deal with on this one. But here's what I want you to do. I want you to figure the ARV and the maximum allowable offer for this property. 2154 Carlton Way, Oklahoma City, 73120. It's in the village. Very nice property. In fact, we'll go look at it here in a minute. It's a 3-bed, 2-bath, 2-car garage, 1,600 square feet. Let's assume, because I've already viewed the property. In fact, I got a video of it and I could show you, and I might show you. Right now, it looks like it only needs about 10 in repair, and that's basically mostly cosmetic. That's just painting and changing the carpet, a few things like that. And then let's assume also I need to make my $10,000 assignment fee. So I want you to figure the ARV and the MAO for this property. If you need that spreadsheet I just showed, and if you need also a copy of this video so you can go back through it, so you can make sure you get it right, make sure you text me and let me know. And so here you go. Homework is due by next Tuesday, the 27th. Don't be late. You want to send that homework to Tiffany at this email, and then also carbon copy me so I'll have a copy. Okay. So this is where the homework is going to be turned into. Make sure you get this written down, or else watch the video again later so that you can have all the information that we just went through. Any questions? I'm gonna leave this up here for a second, and then we're going to go and we're going to take a look at this property. And then, let's see here, let's do this. So let's just plug it in here. 2154 Carlton Way in the village. There it is right there. So here's the property. This property is going up for the sheriff's sale on August the 12th. And so it's a 3-bed, 2-bath, 1,600 square feet. Let me give you an idea where it is. It is between Hefner and Britton and Penn and May. Okay. That's going to be your area of the properties that you're going to be looking for as far as comparables. Okay. Let's see. Anything else about the property? Zillow says it's worth about 278. So I want you to tell me what it's really worth. Let's look at some of the pictures. This is when it was, and I went in the property the other day. It still looks like this. It's still in good shape. Just doesn't have any furniture in it. So all it needs is painting and a few little nooks and crannies need to be fixed, but it basically looks like this. So right now, I need you guys and girls to tell me when you do this homework, what it's worth and what my maximum allowable offer is going to be on this property. Any questions? No questions? Okay. Let's see here. What else? Okay. That's all I got. That's all I have for today. Is there any other question on any topic regarding life that I can answer? I will now turn into your life coach, Mr. Ray. All right. Okay. Y'all got this down. Let's go. Let's go get it, right? If you need the spreadsheet, text me. If you need a copy of the video, text me. Get it to you. Homework is due next week by Tuesday. That way they'll give us Wednesday to get everything put together. And then Thursday we'll have our next meeting. We'll see how you did on the ARV and the MAA. Y'all have a great evening. Look forward to seeing you again on next week. Let's go, baby. Let's get that ARV and that MAO. Let's make it happen. Talk to y'all later.